real estate's one thing, but you still have to generate cash flow because real estate gives you leverage, but it's the yields on real estate can be quite low, and especially in Australia compared to the US. So, what have you done to generate cash flow?
I love that question. So during the divorce, I quit my job because I was, trying to keep my wife, and I was an accountant prior to this. I got my real estate license. I started building a real estate agency business. And my first year I made 17,000. So I was terrible, couldn't communicate with people. I was an introvert. And I started taking all these sales trainings. And the second year I made 115. And the third year I made about the same, but I'd automated it. I built a team of agents who would go and do the work for me. And then from that point, I started scaling that agency business until we eventually shifted over to just a training business.
Right.
And the training kind of came out of, well, I needed to attract agents. I need to attract clients, investors. I need to attract agents. So creating content that was educational drew them in. And eventually I realized I could actually get paid up front by just charging. And once I charged them, they were more likely to work with me on the back end, on the actual business that I was running. And that was kind of, you need a stream of income when you're investing in real estate. You need something because these properties take a year or two to stabilize. There's no immediate cash flow.
That's right.
And then if you're not going big enough, the cash flow is so minimal. You're looking at $100 a door, $200 a door until year four. Year four, you can get those cash flow figures up to $500, $600 a door, but you got to hold them long enough for the rents to go up. You got to hold them and stabilize them and improve the properties long enough for that business to really get ridiculous. Like now that portfolio we have brings in almost $600,000 a year. But in year one, it was, we were close to almost 300,000 a year. And that was mostly covering expenses, pretty much always covering expenses.
Yeah. And that's the challenge, isn't it? So basically you generated cash flow initially to help invest in real estate by providing, you actually were working as a real estate agent. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was like just paying for my bills. Like that was paying for my bills. It was paying for all the debt I had accumulated as going through all the gurus and all those trainers. I'm sure you're the same as me. Like I spent over 130,000 in personal development and stacking on cards. So like I was taking all my money from the agency and just paying off bills and like living. So real estate, I still didn't have money to buy real estate. I was going through creative strategies, seller financing, subject to existing mortgages, like taking over somebody's mortgage, or raising private capital, using hard money, using commercial loans that are asset based. Like I had to just learn all these creative financing strategies because I just never had money. It seemed like anything I earned, the government either took it, or I was investing in myself, or I was spending money on marketing, or I was taking a course. And it just kept, the funnel just kept pulling. Any money I made kept going right back out.